Here are two fabulous questions. Let's take a look at them. Ooh, doggy. All right. Okay. So first things first. Remember, conjugate, right? So multiply this by root 11 plus 2 root 2. Top and bottom. All right, here it is for the top. There's the bottom. Let's go. So down here, remember, FOIL. Get rid of the I. Okay. Root 11 times root 11 is just plain old 11. Wow, that's really complicated. And here comes the last part. 2 root 2 is actually, remember, you got a 2 times a 2, right? Which gives you a minus 4, and a root 2 times a root 2, which is just plain old 2. So look what you got on the bottom here. You got 11 minus 8, which equals to 3. Wow, out of all of that mess, what a pretty number. Okay, so here it comes. Whew, here comes the top part. This could be interesting. Remember, for this, you have to do the whole FOIL. Yikes! Yikes! Here we go. Ready, set, and go. Root 11 times root 11. That's easy. That's 11. Root 11 times 2 root 2 is actually plus 2 root 22. Oh, well, that's not so bad. That's not bad at all. Now, let's multiply this guy right there, because that's the inner. 5 root 2 times root 11. Well, that's just going to be 5. Root 2 times root 11 is root 22. Well, that's not so bad either. And then finally, the last one, which is 5 root 2 times 2 root 2. Well, okay, numbers times numbers. Remember, 5 times 2 is 10. Root 2 times root 2 is 4. Okay, so let's clean this up a little bit. We have 2 that we can combine right off the bat, right there, to give us 7 root 22. We have 11 plus 10 times 4, so that's 11 plus 40, right? Keep on cleaning this up. Here we go. Combine like terms, 11 and 40 make 51, plus 7 root 22. And look, oh, that poor little 3's all on the denominator all by itself. What a great question. Holy smokes, that's neat. Okay, as promised, I've got another one for you down here. Okay, so watch what happens. Same. So let's raise this page up a little bit so we got some room to play around here. Again, multiply top and bottom by the conjugate. 3 root 3 minus root 6. Remember, on the conjugate side, we get rid of the oi, okay? And just do the first. 3 times 3, which we know is 9. Root 3 times root 3 is 3, so this is 9 times 3. And then finally do the last, which is root 6 times root 6, so that's minus 6. Holy smokes, isn't that interesting? All right, wait a second. 9 times 3, if I'm not mistaken, is 27, right? Minus 6, so on the bottom, you're going to have plain old 21. Great. Now, let's do the top. This is 3 root 3 minus root 6. That's the conjugate, right, of this guy on the bottom. All right, so let's remember that you have to do the whole FOIL for this one. Okay, here we go. Ready, set, go. 3 root 5 times 3 root 3 works out to be 9 root 15. Remember, root 5 times root 3 is root 15. All right, outer. 3 root 5 times a negative root 6 works out to be minus 3 root 30. Ugh. Oh my goodness. There's the outer. Let's do the inner. The inner is minus 2 root 3 times 3 root 3. So that's minus 6. Root 3 times root 3 is plain old 3. And last, 2 root 3 times minus 6 is positive, right? 2 root 3 times root 6 is positive 2 root 18. Holy smokes. We've got a lot of stuff to play around with here. Okay, so first things first. Is there anything we can do to simplify this a little bit? Well, you can't combine those two. And if we try to break down 15, that's just 5 times 3. There's no pairs in that. Let's look at 30, which is 3 times 10. That's 3 times 2 times 5. Well, there's no pairs in that. So those two will not break down at all. So let's just put them out there. Let's put them here. 9 root 15 minus 3 root 30. So that just stays. No changes to that. Oh, look at this. You've got 6 times 3, which I know is minus 18. Okay, fine with that. And we have 2 root 18. Oh, wait a second. 18 can break down. Isn't that? Yeah, that's 2 times 9. Of course, there's 2 times, 3 times 3. There's your pair. So you take one out, one of those out. So you got plus, you had a 2 out there already, right? There's the 2 from here. Okay, you take one out, so you got 3. And what's remaining? Root 2. Beautiful. Holy smokes. So we got to clean this up again. Oh, man. Okay. Let's combine. We know we can't combine that. So it's 9 root 15 minus 3 root 30. We're good there. Okay. We have the minus 18 here. We have 2 times 3, which is plus 6 root 2. And this is all over 21. Now, is there anything common to all of those numbers? And I'm looking specifically at the front runners, these coefficients, these guys here. If you look in comparison to this, every single one of them is divisible by, think about it. What goes into 9, 3, 18, and 6, and 21? 3. 3 goes into all of them. So guess what? You're going to divide this by 3 to give you 7. Okay, so let's extend the page here a little bit, bring it back down because it's a little too far. Okay, that's going to give you 7 on the bottom. Divide this by 3 to give you 3 root 15. Divide this by 3 to give you minus root 30. Divide this by 3 to give you minus 6. Divide this by 3 to give you positive 2 root 2. Holy smokes, is that ever an ugly problem? But guess what? It's not so bad now that as long as you stay organized and just do one at a time, you'll be fine. So what a beautiful question. Holy smokes, that took a lot. You might want to back up this podcast and watch that one again. And